When was the last time your emotions made a decision before your wisdom had a chance to speak? Maybe it was a text message, a disagreement, a comment on social media, or maybe someone said something that touched an old wound. And before you realized what was happening, your reaction had already taken over. We've all been there. Welcome to this episode of Sipping Thoughts here on the Garden of Becoming, a place where not only plants grow, but women grow too. On this channel, we cultivate our character with the same patience, intention, and care that a gardener gives to every seed. Because becoming our best selves isn't about blooming overnight. It's about tending to who we're becoming one day at a time. So before we begin, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, settle in, and let's spend a few moments together. What I've been learning is that there is a difference between feeling an emotion and following it. Just because anger knocks on your door doesn't mean you have to invite it in. And just because frustration visits doesn't mean it gets to make your decisions. One of the greatest gifts Stoicism offers us is this reminder. There is always a space between what happens to us and how we choose to respond. That space may only be a few seconds, but it holds tremendous power. The garden teaches us this lesson too. When a strong wind blows through a garden, the gardener doesn't run outside and rip up every plant in panic. She waits, she observes, she allows the storm to pass before deciding what needs her attention. Imagine if she reacted to every gust of wind as though it was a disaster. She'd spend more time tearing up her own garden than tending it. And sometimes we do the same thing with our emotions. Someone criticizes us, we react. Someone ignores us, we react. Someone misunderstands us, we react. Before long, we're allowing every passing moment to determine the atmosphere of our inner garden. But emotional maturity asks something different of us. It invites us to pause. Not because our emotions are wrong, they're not. Our emotions are valuable messengers. They can reveal where we've been hurt, what we care about, and where healing may still be needed. But they are not always wise leaders. Every emotion deserves to be acknowledged, but not every emotion deserves to be obeyed. That distinction has changed my life. For many of us, reacting quickly feels like strength. We think that speaking immediately proves confidence, that defending ourselves proves courage, that having the last word means we've won. But often, immediate reactions give away something far more valuable than what we realize. They give away our peace. When someone knows they can control your emotions with a single comment, they've discovered where your roots are shallow. A deeply rooted tree doesn't stop being a tree because the wind blows. Its strength comes from what lies beneath the surface. The same is true for us. Women who cultivate emotional stability aren't emotionless. They're rooted. Their peace isn't depending on perfect circumstances. It's anchored in character. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we have power over our own minds, not outside events. I think about that often. Every day presents us with opportunities to practice. Someone cuts us off in traffic. A coworker is disrespectful. A friend disappoints you. Life will always hand us reasons to react. The question is, will we let those moments plant weeds in our garden? Or will we choose to cultivate something different? Patience, wisdom, discernment, self-control. One of the simplest practices I've learned is to pause. Take one breath before speaking. Wait before sending the text. Sleep on the decision. Pray, journal. Take a walk through the garden. Give wisdom enough time to catch up with your emotions. You'll be surprised how many battles no longer need to be fought after a little space. The strongest woman in the room is not always the loudest. Often, she's the one who knows when silence is more powerful than proving a point. She's the woman who refuses to let another person's chaos become her own. She's learned that protecting her peace is more valuable than winning an argument, and that's real strength. Not the absence of emotion, but the presence of self-control. So today, I like to leave you with this thought. You don't have to respond the moment life demands your attention. Pause, observe, and tend to your inner garden before you tend the situation. Because every calm response is another deep root. Every wise choice is another seed. And every moment of self-control is another step towards becoming the woman you're growing into. So before you go, I'd like to hear from you. What helps you pause before reacting? Share in the comments. Your experience may encourage another woman who is learning to cultivate peace. Allow me to leave you with this last reflection. A garden doesn't become beautiful because it never faces storms. It becomes beautiful because after every storm, it's deeply cared for. I believe every woman has the capability to cultivate a life of wisdom, peace, and quiet strength. If that's the kind of woman you're becoming, then I hope you'll stay close by. We've only just begun. May you become a woman whose roots grow deeper than the winds she faces. Until next time, keep cultivating the woman you're becoming.